Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a spur of the moment kind of video because I just want to share with you this issue that I'm having with this Mark 6, Mark 5 Golf, I think, don't know, 04 plate, 1.6 FSI. Now it came to us before lockdown, obviously for a check over, and I think an MOT perhaps. Either way, it had an MOT, but it's now obviously October, so it's been sat around for 6-7 months. Obviously I think the battery went flat at some point, which wasn't an issue at the start, but it came in the workshop, did the work. I think it had a batter box and a centre section, rear disc and pads, a front tyre, and that might be about it. But yeah, when all that was done, pulled it out of the workshop, and the lights that we've got on the dash now are the steering, the amber sort of steering assist warning, and the amber traction control warning. We've had a bit of a ball ache really trying to get it sorted. Obviously try to do the like the reinitialization sort of procedure, basic settings for the steering angle sensor. It didn't seem to be working, so we've had a new steering angle sensor fitted to it, and then obviously tried all the basic settings again, still nothing. And then it was noticed that the battery, or the alternator should we say, was only charging at, was it 13.6? And then obviously with everything switched on, lights, heated screen, blowers, it dropped down to 12.9. There was no battery warning light on the dash, so obviously we didn't think anything of it at the time. So it's had an alternator and it's now charging 14.2 and then 13.9 with the all the sort of ancillaries switched on, which is a good voltage really. So then we've tried to do all the basic settings again, but this time when we went out on the test drive, the ABS light flashed on. So that is where I'm at now. I'm just on live data on the sort of brake electronics unit, and I'm going to try and show you what it is that's happening. Yeah, obviously as we drive, these values are going to go up. They should all go up sort of pretty much together. The only time they'll fluctuate is if you're sort of going round a corner. Obviously the wheels on the outside of the corner we've got to turn more or faster than the wheels on the inside of the corner. But for us, I think we're just on a bit of straight road. So I'm just going to set this up here. Now it did flash a code up for the right rear ABS sensor, but it's gone now. And obviously now we're just looking at live data. We'll just pull off and we'll see what happens. So you can see that rear left went right up to 25 mile an hour, and I'm doing less than 20. So 45 went up to 45 just then. The rear right is sort of doing a similar sort of thing. Now obviously when we try and do the basic settings for the steering angle sensor, you're not allowed, or it doesn't recommend going above 15 or 20 kilometers an hour. So if these wheel speed sensors are fluctuating like that, then obviously the control unit is going to think, which sensor am I meant to believe, basically. If it's seeing them go up to 45, well that's kilometers an hour anyway, isn't it? Then obviously it isn't gonna. allow the basic setting to be completed. So I think we need to jack this up in the work. 27 that, did you see that? I'm doing about 12 mile an hour. Yeah, so we need to jack this up. Have a look at the, there's like a magnetic ring on the back of the, like the hub, the wheel bearing. It's like a full sort of bolt-on unit. So we'll get that jacked up, we'll have a look. It's probably going to be heavily corroded, ruined basically. So it looks like we need a pair of rear wheel bearings. Oh yeah, come on you dickhead. Pair of rear wheel bearings. So I'll get it jacked up and I'll come back, see what's happening. Right, so here's the two old bearings, and if we look at this pickup ring, look at the state of that. Cracked, chipped, crusted. This one's the same. If you compare it to a brand spanker's one, I'm surprised that hadn't flagged the fault up sooner, to be honest. We've obviously just been unlucky and it's happened whilst it's been in our care, so we've got to sort it. So let's get these new bearings fired on. They're not actually that bad to do. Take the brake caliper off, brake disc off, you can leave the carrier, and then there's just a big, is it 16 or 18mm multi-spline bolt straight through the middle, and then they just fall off. So let's get them swapped and see if we can do the basic settings for that steering angle sensor. So obviously they're the lights we've got on. Engine management's just doing what it wants, but I'm not concerned about that for now. I think there was a brake vacuum fault and something to do with the EGR. My main concerns these steering traction lights. I'm just going to go for a normal drive for now, see what happens, and if we need to, then I'll do the proper sort of basic setting procedure. I'm hoping that now their ABS rings are new and obviously correctly spaced. It's just going to know what it wants to do, so fingers crossed. Right, I've gone literally round the corner and up a little bit straight. That traction control light's gone out already. Now we just need that steering light to go out. Let's do it. Okay, so now I'm just on this sort of bit of quiet back street. I'm hoping we can do this basic setting. I'm actually in the ABS control unit doing this, obviously this procedure here. Drive a short distance in a straight line, level surface, no faster than 10 kilometers an hour. Then we've just got to turn the wheel 10 degrees right, 10 degrees left, and then stop with the wheels dead ahead. Let's see what happens. That was me braking, by the way. So, drive for a short distance till the traction control light goes out, and turn the steering wheel left to full lock, and then right until full lock. Now when I was doing it through the steering assist unit, it wasn't giving me this procedure. It was something different, so hopefully we get something out of it. Traction light's gone out again, so I just need a full lock to the left. Hold it for a second, full lock to the right, hold for a second, centre wheels dead ahead, and oh, power steering's come back. Yes, steering light's gone out, you fucking legend. Ha ha ha, woo! So there we are, I've come out of the ABS unit. Lights have gone out. What I'm going to do is just go into the steering assist. Just make sure there's no fault codes in there now. What a ball ache. No codes present. Lovely. There we go. That's that. And that could be the cause of your traction control and steering assist lights being on. on your Mark V Golf or VW Jetta. I think they're based on the same sort of chassis. And yeah, this one's sorted, so hopefully happy customer. And yeah, hopefully it helps somebody out. Cheers for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Like, share, subscribe, the Car Lovers channel.